Falcon 1, the launch that saved SpaceX. On September 28, 2008, after three failed attempts and nearly running out of money, SpaceX finally reached orbit with Falcon 1 from a tiny Pacific island. The rocket, developed for about $90 million, became the first privately built liquid fuel rocket to reach orbit, saving the company. Polaris Dawn, the first commercial spacewalk planned for 2024, the Polaris Dawn mission, funded by billionaire Jared Isaacman, aims to push private spaceflight further. Using Crew Dragon and Falcon 9, the mission will attempt the first commercial spacewalk, marking another milestone for privately funded space exploration. DART launch, a mission to defend Earth. On November 24, 2021, SpaceX launched NASA's DART asteroid defense mission aboard a Falcon 9 rocket costing about $69 million per launch. The spacecraft later smashed into the asteroid Dimorphos, successfully changing its orbit in humanity's first planetary defense test. Falcon 9, the rocket that changed spaceflight. On June 4, 2010, SpaceX launched Falcon 9 for the first time from Cape Canaveral. Built with about $300 million in development, the rocket carried a Dragon test capsule into orbit. Falcon 9 would go on to become the world's most frequently launched rocket. Starlink first launch, building an internet in space. On May 23, 2019, SpaceX launched the first 60 Starlink satellites, beginning a project worth over $10 billion. The goal, create a massive satellite constellation, providing high-speed internet anywhere on Earth. Today, thousands of Starlink satellites orbit the planet. Dragon C2+, the first private spacecraft to reach the ISS. On May 22, 2012, SpaceX launched the Dragon C2+ mission under a $396 million NASA contract. Days later, Dragon docked with the International Space Station, becoming the first commercial spacecraft ever to reach the ISS and proving private companies could support human spaceflight. Falcon 9 landing, the day rockets started coming back. On December 21, 2015, during the Orbcomm 2 mission, SpaceX did something that once seemed impossible. After launching satellites into orbit, the Falcon 9 booster returned and landed vertically on Earth. This breakthrough made reusable rockets possible and began lowering launch costs. Falcon Heavy, the most powerful rocket of its time. On February 6, 2018, SpaceX launched Falcon Heavy for the first time from Kennedy Space Center. Developed for roughly $500 million, the rocket produced over 5 million pounds of thrust. As a test payload, Elon Musk launched his Tesla Roadster into space. Inspiration 4, the first all-civilian space mission. On September 15, 2021, SpaceX launched Inspiration 4, the first orbital mission with no professional astronauts on board. Funded by billionaire Jared Isaacman for about $200 million, the Crew Dragon mission proved ordinary civilians could travel to space. Crew Dragon Demo 2, the return of American astronaut launches. On May 30, 2020, NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley launched aboard Crew Dragon Demo 2. The mission, part of NASA's $2.6 billion commercial crew program, marked the first time a private company launched astronauts into orbit. Falcon 9 Rus, the rocket that flew twice. On March 30, 2017, SpaceX attempted something no one had ever done before, launched the same orbital rocket again. The Falcon 9 booster that had flown in 2016 returned to space on the SES-10 mission, a launch worth about $62 million, proving rockets could be reused. Crew Dragon Demo 1, testing a new era. On March 2, 2019, SpaceX launched the Crew Dragon Demo 1 mission, the first test of a spacecraft designed to carry astronauts. Built through a $2.6 billion NASA program, the capsule successfully docked with the ISS and returned safely, proving SpaceX could transport crews,